Hello and welcome to the DX Corner for your weekly dose of DX. I'm Bill, AJ8B. I hope you successfully survived the blast of cold weather and snow that most of the nation got. We had 11 inches of snow here in Southwest Ohio and have had a week of temperatures never rising above 15 degrees F. All of my antennas stayed up and operational, which means I need to get more aluminum in the air in 2026. You know the old saying, if it didn't come down last winter, it wasn't big enough. So there you go. I'd like to thank Adam Smith, Alpha Alpha 1 November, and the members of the Part of Westford Radio Club for their warm reception of our presentation last week. Joe, WAGEX, and I presented hints and tips for DXers to that club via Zoom. It was very well received with many excellent questions. We've had several presentations that we do, and we always appreciate the opportunity, and we really value the feedback. Thank you, Adam, for doing that. What a great club. They had over 70% turnout at their field day last year, which I think is just phenomenal. I received a couple of emails about the contest files that I put on my website so that you would have easy access to contests and events. I added a CSV file that can be imported directly into your Gmail account so you'll never miss one, and you can set up reminders. Use this at your own risk, however, as there are many variations and settings that pertain to Gmail calendar accounts that I couldn't possibly take into account. Feel free to download them and take a look at ajb.com/files. The following DX information comes from Bernie, W3UR, editor of the DailyDX, the WeeklyDX, and the How's DX column in QST. If you would like a free 2-week trial of the DailyDX, your only source of real-time DX information, do what several others have done and drop me a line at thedxmentor@gmail.com. I'll get you fixed up. So from the Caribbean, we have information on an operator operating in V4, which is St. Kitts. The 425 DX News reports that Victor 47 Japan Alpha, which is operated by Whiskey 5 Juliet Oscar November, is QRV from the island until February 3rd on sideband and FT8. He's operating on HF bands. QSL direct to W5JON or use Logbook of the World. We have three countries that are being activated in Africa. The first two are Chad, which is Tango Tango, and the Central African Republic, which is Tango Lima. TJ1GD, Derek, has established permanent amateur radio stations in the Central African Republic, Tango Lima, and in Chad, Tango Tango, which are maintained locally. These stations licensed to Derek operate periodically, often over remote connection using FT8, CW, and sideband. QSL confirmations are available via LOTW and Club Log. And the Central African Republic is Tango Lima 8 Golf Delta, and Chad is Tango Tango 1 Golf Delta. And I was able to get Tango Tango 1 Golf Delta in the log this morning, which I was very happy about, as I have not been able to get Chad in the log since 2024. So I was glad to knock that one off the list for this year. Another country active in Africa is Guinea-Bissau, which is Juliet 5. Livio, IZ3 Boston Uniform Radio, is once again QRV as Juliet 52 EC starting January 24th, so he should be QRV by now. He has been reported on 10 and 15 meter sidebands. Numerous sources report that he is there until the end of March. QSL direct only via IZ3 Boston Uniform Radio, and again, it's IZ3 BUR. From the South Pacific, we have news about Nauru, Charlie 2. Phil, FK1 Tango Sierra, is back on Nauru Island and expects to be active as C21TS on FT8 by the weekend after setting up his vertical antenna. He will operate until July of 2026, and he will use Club Log Livestream to indicate whether he is on or not. So if you get a chance to work Nauru, you need to do it. The 1D expedition that's been ongoing now for a couple of weeks is Deshusheo Island, which is Kilo Papa 5 stroke Nancy Papa 3 Victor India. They are now 2 weeks into their planned 30-day operation. Their latest published statistics are as follows. 29,418 QSOs with 8,291 unique call signs, and all-time new one for 166 stations. 6 continents are represented in the log with 91.1% of the QSOs with North America and Europe. However, North American contacts continue to decrease in percentage as they increase activity with other regions. And they're right on our doorstep, being about 12 miles from Puerto Rico. So let's knock them out of the way in the first 2 weeks and give the rest of the world a chance. Another African country is the Gambia Charlie 5. Charlie 5 SP and Charlie 5 MB are QRV from Gambia until March of 2026. So you got about 5 weeks. QSL cards are available via Sugar Papa 3 Papa Sierra direct, but not through LOTW. From the Solomon Islands, we have Bernard, Delta Lima to Golf Alpha Charlie, looking to operate from Hotel 4 in the Solomon Islands. He will be Hotel 44 Mike Sierra until mid-May. He departed India last Wednesday, arriving in the Solomons capital last Friday. He's renewing his H44 Mike Sierra license, which was scheduled to expire in early February. He will move to his quote usual QTH there tomorrow or Wednesday, so a couple days ago. He has taken with him a hex beam that covers 20 through 6 meters to replace his old tribander that covered 20 to 10 meters. So he's adding 6-meter capability. He says the weather is poor, lots of rain, no sunshine. He plans to be on 40 meters most of the time with a dipole 20 meters high in a palm tree near the ocean. Now, if it's all wet and rainy, you can't do much. So you might as well get on the air. So again, I mention this every week, but here's the one I'm most interested in. Bangladesh, Sierra 21 Whiskey Delta. Here's an update for this DXpedition. It's slated for late March. Philip, Delta Kilo 6 Sugar Papa, reports that the Next Generation DX Club has obtained the call sign Sierra 21 Whiskey Delta for its planned youth-focused DXpedition in late March. The team will operate for 12 days from the Kunai Barisal region IOTA group AS-140 at the end of March 2026. Watch for them on 160 meters through 10 meters, including 60 meters, and on CW, sideband, RIDI, and FT8. In addition, activity via the QO100 satellite is planned using CW sideband and FT4. 5 of the 6 operators are under 30 years old. The lone outlier is 46. That's terrific. So we have another update on Sable Island, Charlie Yankee 0S. Murray, Whiskey Alpha 4 Delta Alpha November, writes that, quote, Parks Canada Sable Island has invited the Charlie Yankee 0 Sierra team back to Sable Island for another DXpedition during March 2026, with official dates to be determined. The team's QRZ page says March 19th to the 31st, but if they say it's still be determined, that must be a best guess. The team, the same as for the 2024 CY9 Charlie trip, is authorized for 10 to 12 days, DXpedition. More details will be on the DXpedition website, which is cy0s.com, their QRZ page, and from here. In closing, Adam notes that Sable Island is a cold, windy, and snowy environment in March. It will be a challenge. Well, I have 2 more updates. One is on Agatti Island, India, which is Alpha Uniform 7 Radio Sierra, AU7RS. Quote, Dear DX chasers around the world, I am excited to share a major update regarding the AU7RS DXpedition. We've received fantastic news. Our license has been extended and we are in the process of securing fresh landing permits for the mission. Additionally, after a 45-day wait, our DX Commander antennas have finally been delivered by UPS. With all of our gear now in hand, we are finalizing our site location and propagation plans. All materials have reached Cochin and will be moved to Agatti Island shortly. Team AU7RS is ready. We will be live on the air from the Lakshadweep Islands soon, projected again for the first week of February, operating on the 6 meters through 160 meter bands, including QO100 satellite. We will have a specific focus on the 40, 80, and 160 bands for North America, as well as 10 meters single sideband. And that information came from the QSL manager, Charles M0OXO. So another update I have is on Bouvet Island, 3 Yankee 0 Kilo. Quote, due to unforeseen circumstances, the 3 Yankee 0 Kilo DXpedition to Bouvet Island will be delayed by approximately 2 weeks. Our vessel required additional maintenance to ensure it's fully prepared for the demanding voyage to one of the most remote and challenging locations on Earth. While this delay is disappointing, the safety of our crew remains our highest priority. The adjustment of dates does not change the overall strategy of the DXpedition, which has been carefully planned over the last 3 years. We will continue to keep you informed as our schedule is updated. 73's 3 Yankee 0 Kilo leadership. And it's another one I need, and I am really excited for those guys. Another one I just got wind about is Franz Joseph Island, Radio India 1 Fox. This will be for late August. The Russian DX team is preparing a major DXpedition to Franz Josef Island, RI-1FJL, the northernmost DXCC entity in the world, located in the Arctic Ocean. A group of 6 operators will operate at least 5 high-power radio stations around the clock for 15 days, aiming to contact as many stations as possible, including those in distant regions and with low-power equipment. The team will depart from Murmansk, Russia on August 25th, traveling on an Arctic-ready sailing ship, with the journey expected to take 6 to 7 days, depending on weather and sea conditions. Their destination is Heise Island, where they hope to secure accommodations at the Geophysical Polar Observatory. The team anticipates challenging Arctic weather with temperatures below freezing, wind, and snow, and is making special equipment preparations. Operations will focus on 160 through 10 meter CW sideband and FT8, with real-time frequency updates available via the DX cluster. The equipment list includes multiple high-end radios, amplifiers, and specialized antennas designed for reliable, high-power performance under extreme condition. The DXpedition to Franz Josef Land is costly, with a budget of near $80,000, the team's highest yet. Each member covers individual expenses. Support through donations is essential to our success. Contributors of US $10 or more receive their first LOTW confirmation and a direct QSL card, while those donating 100 or more will have the call sign featured on the QSL card. I mentioned a minute ago about the KP5D expedition to Deschecheo, and they're racking up record numbers. If you would like to learn more about this DXpedition, check out the DX Mentor podcast and YouTube channel. AJB and WGEX have a great discussion with team leader Otis, Nancy Papa 4 Golf, about all aspects of the December DXpedition. Give it a listen and let me know what you think. I have one contest to update you on. On February 7th, the Minnesota QSO party will be held. This is a fun event with lots of activities. The exchange is simple: signal, report, and state. Give it a go and let me know how you do. It runs from 1400 Zulu to 2400 Zulu on February 7th. I'll see you in the contest. And you can always contact me at thedxmentor@gmail.com or check out the WA7BNM webpage for more information. Until next week, this is Bill, AJB, saying 7-3, and thanks to my XYL Karen for her love and support. I hope to hear you in the pile-ups. Have a great DX week.